What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Tuesday's Free Coaching. As you guys know, every Tuesday, myself and or Tessabella drops in about 15 minutes to give you some pure value, some actionable things that'll get you from where you're at to where you want to go. You know, the last 3 weeks, I have not been feeling well. So this is me standing up right now to go ahead and get these juices flowing again. We went to Disney about 3 weeks ago, started off good, got sick in between. Then came home, was still a little sick. Then Thanksgiving was good. Got sick again. So today's the first day I'm up on my 2 feet, actually doing something besides trying to go ahead and sleep and get better. So I'm excited to be with you guys today. I'm super excited to talk about this topic because I know this topic is something that a lot of us are suffering with right now. Right? I know a lot of us are making these dials. We're hopefully making these dials, and we're falling into the same objection of, hey, John, look, I just want to talk to you after the holidays. All right, so I'm curious right now, in the comments, drop a yes in the comments if you are dealing with this objection right now of, hey, I would like to talk, but let's talk after the holidays. Drop a yes into the comments. And the reason why this is so important, because in the next 30 days, we can't put our foot off the gas pedal, right? We really actually got to put our foot on the gas pedal even more. This is a very easy time to become lazy, guys. Very easy time to become lazy. Right? We have all these excuses and all these reasons on why, whether it's, hey, I don't want to make these dials. People don't want to be bothered during the holidays, or, man, I'm just so busy with Christmas stuff. All these reasons and excuses. And what you're going to find is this becomes habitual, right? And these excuses and these reasons will trickle into the new year. But let's talk about this one objection that I know a lot of you guys are getting. And that is, once again, hey, John, let's just talk after the holidays. Now, what you want to do, first things first, is you don't want to battle with them, right? You don't understand, like if you are trying to create a conversation and the first thing you do is you disagree with how they're feeling, it's going to be very difficult to create the conversation that creates a conversion. Now, mind you, we've been doing this for quite some time, right? We've been using the same script for the last 5 years, and we have a conversion rate of 33%. We know what works, we know what doesn't work. And we know what doesn't work is trying to get into a prove your point battle before you add value. So how do we overcome this? Right? How do we overcome, John, I'm wait until after the holidays? So let's do a little role play here. So you call, you say, hey, how's it going? This is John with the home search site. Just want to reach out. Saw you looking over in the Destin area at some homes. Just curious, you looking to make a move in the next few months, or you just browsing? Yeah, you know what, John? We are just browsing right now. We kind of want to wait until after the holidays to go ahead and meet with somebody. So the way we rebuttal is we agree with them, first off. Look, man, I totally get it. We could definitely meet after the holidays. But first thing I want to do is I want to make sure that we got your search set up correctly so we're not sending you some useless emails. So while I have you, really quick, what are you thinking, like 3 or 4 bedroom? Okay, I'm going to repeat it again. Right? So they say, yeah, we're just browsing right now, but we want to wait until after the holidays. Look, I totally get it. We'll definitely meet after the holidays, but what I want to do right now is I just want to make sure that we got the search set up correctly so we're not sending you some useless emails. So while I have you, tell me a little bit more about your search. You're looking for 3 or 4 bedrooms. Now, there's a few things this does, right? First is when you agree with them, right? When you agree with them, you go ahead and disarm them. You disarm them. I told you, hey, look, we can meet after the holidays. I tell them we're going to meet after the holidays. We'll talk about how to tie this all up to actually meet prior in a second. Hey, but while I have you, I don't want to send you a bunch of useless emails. So I just want to make sure I change your search correctly so that we're sending you stuff that makes sense. So you look at like 3 or 4 bedroom. And then here's the big thing. I A/B question them. I don't want to open-end it right away. If I just say, hey, okay, so tell me about your current situation, they're going to come back and say, John, I really want to wait until after the holidays. But if I A/B question them, they have to choose one or the other more than likely. Right? Still a chance they're going to try to push me off into the holidays, but there's a much higher chance they're going to be like, yeah, probably about 4. And I'm going right into the script that we use. Right? Interesting. Okay, love it, man. So 4 bedrooms. Tell me more about why 4 bedrooms as I get this set up for you. And then we go into the 3 whys deep for every what, which obviously, if you've been coaching with us for a while, you know that's something we preach. That is something that we truly feel due to the results. That is a huge reason why we build better relationships, create higher conversion rates, And we're able to go ahead and create more evangelists because we're helping people at a deeper level. So I'll do it one more time. And by the way, guys, this is something you should be practicing every morning. If you know your biggest objections right now are interest rates, by the way, they went down twice in the last week, right? Like, that's huge. You should be sending an email out, letting everybody know, look, interest rates are dropping. But interest rates and the objection of, hey, I want to wait until after the holidays. If you know these are two main things you're getting objections from, you should be role playing. So in the comments, really quick, I want to know, how many days a week are you role playing? Before we dive into this one more time, how many days a week are you role playing? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And whatever that is, I want you to ask yourself, do you feel that's enough to truly master these objection handlers, to have massive confidence in every conversation? Because what happens, and I'm going a little bit on the side, Taryn here, but look, here what happens is we don't have confidence of the objections that we know we're getting, so we don't even pick up the phone and call. But if we reverse engineer it and know, here's the objections, let's get really good at it, we'll have more confidence to pick up the phone. So here's a way to look at it. So look at sports, right? We always kind of bring sports in as the analogy and the metaphors. So if you know you're facing a pitcher that throws a nasty curveball, right? It's a curveball that you know it's coming. When you step at the plate, it is going to be coming. Would you say, hey, I'm just going to go ahead and hopefully hit it? Or would you practice hitting that nasty curveball all week long? Right? Hey, I know I'm facing this pitcher. I know he's going to throw a nasty curve. I got to make sure, got to make contact. You practice it over and over, right? So it's the same thing with objections. If you know you're going to be facing this during the holiday season, you need to make sure you get so good at it that there is 1,000% confidence that you can overcome it, or at least start a conversation versus just hanging up right away. Because it can be really defeating if you continue to get the same objection and you're not overcoming it. So you know what the objection is, practice it 3, 4, 5 days a week, 15 minutes is all it is. You don't need somebody to role play with. If you do want somebody to role play with, comment the word role play, and I'll get you a link. Our mastery team does one every Wednesday. Every Wednesday, they do a role play. We'll send you the link. You can go ahead and get an invitation to it. It's absolutely free. Just come, hang out, listen, or actually role play. So let's go back to the objection one more time. So you give them a call. They say, hey, we just want to wait until after the holidays. We disarm them. Hey, look, I totally get it. We could definitely meet after the holidays. What I want to do right now, though, really quick while I have you, is just hear a little bit more about your situation so we can send you the right stuff. I don't want to send you a bunch of useless emails with homes that don't make sense. So you're thinking 3 or 4 bedroom. I disarm. I give him what he wants. Say, yes, we'll meet after holidays. And then I tell him why I'm asking this question so we can set up a search properly and not send useless emails. We know you get enough of those. So tell me 3 or 4 bedroom. Then we A/B question them. We don't leave it open for conversation. A/B question them. Then we dive right in. Okay. Now here comes sometimes the hard part for some of us. We're starting to build conversation. We're building value. And you need to ask for the appointment. But in your head, you're saying, but he already said he wanted to wait until after holidays. So what do I do? So majority of us who are not practicing this, right? If you're not practicing, you're going to say, okay, hey, got your search set up. I'll call you on the holidays. I'll call you in the new year. And what happens? They never pick up the phone again. Until they pick up the phone and tell you they already bought or sold with somebody in your market already. Has it happened to you before? Over and over again. So how did we go ahead and articulate meeting them prior after they just said they wanted to wait and you agreed with them? Well, 2 things happen here. One is now through this conversation, once you disarm them, you're going to build enough value that they're going to see a reason why they should meet with you, right? So that's the first step. You're going to build enough value. You're not going to be a glorified Applebee's server, just being an order taker. You're going to build massive value through obviously the scripting that we give you guys to truly be able to develop a conversation that creates conversion. That's number 1. It's going to be a lot easier. But number 2 is how do we actually ask for it? Right? So we say, hey, look, I know that you wanted to wait until after the holidays. A lot could happen from now until then. Why don't we do this? Next step in the process is super simple. We won't take up too much more of your time. We'll just do a quick 15-minute Zoom meeting or face-to-face so that we can make sure that you understand our strategy. So when that time does come in a new year, that we have all of our ducks in a row and we don't miss out on that 4-bedroom, 2-bath house that gets you, 20 minutes closer to work so you can enjoy more family time. Does that work? Does that work? Yeah, that works. And then if they still say no, I'll tell you what to do in a second. So hold on a minute. But how do we do it? Once again, hey, look, I know you want to wait until after the holidays. Why don't we do this? Why don't we do this? Next step in the process, super simple, just a 15 to 20-minute meeting, just so we can go on, make sure you understand who we are, our process, and we can create a customized game plan for you. So when the new year does come, we got all our ducks in a row, and we don't miss an opportunity that would be exactly what you want in a home. Does that work? And if they say yes, boom, we're on it. If they say no, you say, okay, what I want to do then is I want to make sure that obviously we're barking up the right tree and we're sending you stuff that makes sense. I know we went over it. So I'm going to set up the search for you. I'm going to send you a few that I think are kind of right up your alley. Can you just do me a favor and let me know, give me feedback on what you think? Yeah, for sure. All right. And then what I want to do is we're going to set up a quick phone call just to recap some things that we're sending you, just to make sure as we go into the new year that we actually are sending you the right stuff. Okay. So I'm going to send you some custom homes, right? Some I actually think will work perfect for you outside of just all the listings we're sending you. Okay. Adding value. Number two is I'm going to set up a phone call to go ahead and follow up with you to make sure that we are looking at the right stuff. Because what we have found, Mr. Buyer, is that even though we're sending the right stuff, there are these little things that maybe we didn't take care of in this conversation that we just make some small tweaks that are going to make a big difference in your search. Is that fair? That's fair. All right, awesome. Then you set an actual day and an actual time with a calendar invite to send to them. You're not just going to say, hey, I'll call you in 2 weeks. No. An exact day, an exact time. Hey, by the way, do you use a calendar to run your day? Yeah, I do. Perfect. So do I. It's not on there. Doesn't get done. But what's the best email for that? John@gmail.com. Perfect. Can you do me a favor and just hit accept when I send this over to you? Sure. Perfect, man. You need anything from now until then, let me know. Otherwise, I'll text you over some of those homes that I think are right up your alley, and we can have that discussion from now until our conversation in 2 weeks. All right, sounds good. All right, so let's kind of recap here. If you are getting the objection, I'm waiting till after the holidays, here's how you handle it. Hey, look, I totally get it. We could definitely meet after the holidays, but what I want to do right now while I have you is I want to make sure that your search is set up properly so we're not sending you some useless emails of homes that don't make sense. So what is it? You think about 3 or 4 bedrooms. Then I dive into the script, right? Go right into the 3 whys, lead for every what, and really develop the relationship. Then we come back full circle and we say, hey, look, the next step in the process, now you want to meet after the holidays, but it could take 15 to 20 minutes just so you can understand our game plan and we can customize one for you and your specific situation. So this way, when the new year does come around, we got our ducks in a row. We understand what we're looking for so you don't miss out on an opportunity of a home that's going to fit everything you want. Does that work? Yeah, that works. Boom. No, that doesn't work. I still want to wait till after the holidays. Then we go ahead and we set up a phone call before the holidays, right? Next 2 weeks to go ahead and talk to that person, day, time, calendar invite. But hey, in between that time, I'm going to send you some homes that I think match exactly what you're looking for. Just give me feedback as I start sending them so I can make sure that we make these small changes that can make a big difference and make your search a lot clearer when you actually are getting these homes. Is that fair? That's fair. So there you go, guys. If you're getting that objection, that is how you handle it. The other thing is, if you're not making your dials get that objection, you got to start there. And I said before, role playing. If you want to increase your pay, increase your role play. If you want to increase your pay, increase your role play. Stop trying to make more money without mastering your craft. Stop trying to will your way through these conversations. When in reality, if you just take the time, the 15 to 20 minutes a day to master that craft, these conversations become a lot easier. It becomes a lot more fun. It's not as intimidating. And here's the thing. Confidence creates conversion. Confidence creates conversion. You don't get confidence by just picking up the phone. Some time to time you do, but you get confidence of putting that work, then getting on the phone. You get confidence by going into that batting cage and swinging nonstop. You know the objection you're going to get this holiday season. So one we just went over. My challenge for you is you need to make sure that you are practicing this objection handler over and over and over again. So when you get on the phones, it becomes second nature. There's not a lot of stress involved. It becomes easy and you're not timid. All right. That's the last thing I'll say here is when someone gives you that objection, I could tell if you've been practicing. I could tell if you've been practicing. If I was a fly on the wall, I would know if you've been practicing, or if you're just trying to force your way through that conversation, or if you've truly been somebody who's put the work in prior to be able to articulate how it is important to have this conversation now versus in a new year. Because don't forget something. How many times has someone said they wanted to wait until X and they never picked up the phone again? Or they picked up the phone and they bought or sold using somebody else in your market. Use that as a constant reminder to know that when you get somebody on the phone, you need to be masterful at creating a connection and a conversation that creates the conversion. So there you go, guys. Once again, if you do want to go ahead and be a part of our mastery crew, Josh Rumble and Stacy, they went ahead and put together every Wednesday, right before our coaching call, every Wednesday role play. It's absolutely free. You can get on there. You can actually role play. You can just listen and tune in. Drop the word role play, and we'll send you a link. You can go ahead and sign up. It's absolutely free. Once again, we just want to make sure that you guys are mastering your craft. Whether you sign up for that, you don't sign up for that, 15 minutes a day, 5 days a week. Start to use this objection handler as what you are role playing. So if you want to increase your pay, got to increase your role play. Hopefully everybody had an amazing Thanksgiving. Hopefully everybody's gearing up for an amazing Christmas, and really using December as a runway for January and February. So if you need me, reach out to me, and make sure that you don't hold back. We're here to help you, right? We're here to give you as much insight, tools, and resources as necessary. So if you need us, just go ahead, DM me. We're here to make sure that you have everything you need to be massively successful today and into the new year. So I appreciate you guys, and we'll see you guys next week.